Sure thing.
Well, our broadcast hour continues.
Meet Alaska's Renaissance Man on Inside Alaska, starting now.
Good evening. I'm Robert Clink, and welcome to Inside Alaska. Ever wonder what a real-life Renaissance man is like? Well, tonight on Inside Alaska, we travel to Fairbanks to meet the quintessential Alaskan man, Sandy Jamison. And later, what does it take to keep one of Alaska's many campgrounds operational during a busy Alaskan summer? We'll meet some of the camp hosts who keep a large part of Alaska beautiful. We'll also take a trip to Clam Gulch and much more. Stay with us. Good evening. I'm Robert Clink, and this is Inside Alaska. On tonight's program, it's the state's third largest airport, and that's about it. Tonight, we head to Cold Bay to find out the attraction of living so far off the beaten path. And this town hasn't changed in ages, but that seems to be the main attraction. We'll journey to Kennecott to find out why this out-of-the-way abandoned mining town is still generating so much interest. Plus, we'll have a video postcard from photographer Danny Pearson. Stay with us. Good evening. I'm Robert Clink, and this is Inside Alaska. On tonight's program, we're heading out to sea, cruising the state ferry system in the Gulf of Alaska. It may be scenic, but is this really a practical option for the passengers or for the ferry system itself? Tonight, reporter Kathy Dye checks the fiscal fitness of the state ferry system. And later, home is where you hang your hat. But what happens when your hats start to take up more room than the furniture? Well, Inside Alaska heads to the Tustamina Lodge for a day with collector John Cook. Plus, wild animal encounters with Anchorage citizens. Stay with us. The Kennecott journeys to Seward around the end of every month. The trip to Juneau takes about 2 days. Well, the more hats they acquire, the more people feel compelled to leave theirs behind. Up next on Inside Alaska, we visit lodge owner John Cook to have a look at his record-setting collection. Their business, literally. Well, the owner of Tustamina Lodge on the Sterling Highway does, and he got himself into the Guinness Book of World Records for it. Inside Alaska's Gary Fife and photographer Dave Manning decided to pull in and take a look.
You see is the big red T on the outside. After that, it's the sign that says 15,000 hats for sale. Technically, that's not correct, but not really.
The historic 4th Avenue Theater is your gateway to some of the best attractions Alaska has to offer, like the color of gold, the adventures of the men and women who caught the gold fever and risked it all. Experience the world's largest selection of 3D images of the Alaska Gold Rush that can only be seen at the historic 4th Avenue Theater. Don't miss the color of gold, and save some of your gold by purchasing your uniquely Alaskan gifts at the 4th Avenue Theater's gift shop. Call today for tickets, times, and information at 257-5603. Well, it's been more than 50 years since American forces liberated the Aleutian island of Attu from the Japanese in World War II. Last year, we brought you the story of some of the soldiers who waged that campaign. They made an emotional return to dedicate a memorial on Attu. Inside Alaska reporter Kirk Chason and photographer Jordan Placey brought you their experience.
Okay, shall we give it to them?